Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Lovely Erica, and I am so happy to finally be giving you guys this video. I know I said I was going to drop it earlier this week, but I am dropping it today. So I do hope that you guys enjoy this cut crease gold glam, I guess is what I would call it. So if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe and support your girl. And for all my people who've been with me, what's up? I ain't gonna talk too much, so we're just gonna go ahead and jump right in. So I'm starting her face off with some Evian facial water spray and some Kiehl's Ultra Facial Moisturizer, and I'm just gonna blend those in. Her skin type is a combination. She does get oily in her T-zone, so I just wanted to be sure that I was, concentrating the moisture in those areas, and I'm using an alcone sponge to blend the product into the skin. You gotta remember to work the product in. Now I'm going in with primer. I'm using the NYX Studio Loving Primer. I love this primer. It works wonders. Guys, excuse my camera. Like, I don't know what was going on throughout this entire video. Like, I had moments where the clip was going in and out of focus. Also, too, we were kind of chatty filming this, so there's a lot of movement. Like 1 minute she's in one position, next minute she's in another position. It's a lot, so I do apologize, but I do really like this look and how it came together. So if I can give you guys something, then that's what I'm gonna do. So I really do hope you guys love this tutorial still, despite the few mishaps. But I'm doing her brows, and if you watch my last video, you know my new brow technique. I'm using some lash glue to put on the brows to keep the brows in place, and then now I'm going in with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dipbrow in the shade Ebony to create that shape, and I'm using the number 12 brush. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and clean up her brows. I am going to be using the e.l.f. HD concealer in Deep Olive. I love this concealer. It works wonders. And then also for her high point on her brow for a highlight, I'm going to go in with the Makeup Revolution concealer in the shade number 9. You guys know I love a good brow highlight, so you know I had to make her brows popping. But you see what I mean? Like, you see how it just went out of focus? Like, it's just crazy to me that this happened. Like, so frustrating. But anyways, once you get the product on there and you get the shape that you like, it should look a little something like this. Now, the reason I really had to go in with a lighter shade is just because the Deep Olive kind of oxidized on her just a bit, and I didn't want it to be that dark, so it was really important for me to kind of go in with a lighter concealer. I'm using a Real Techniques brush to work it in. It's their color correcting brush, and this is me putting in the lighter concealer to kind of give that nice highlight effect and kind of make sure that it's evening out with the skin tone. I don't want the concealer there to be super dark. Also, y'all, do y'all see me? Like, why am I all in the camera? This is so ghetto. Like, I'm all in the camera. There's certain areas of the camera that I'm all up in that I had to cut out. It's just, ugh. But you guys get the gist. I know you guys love me and will support me anyway. But now I'm going to set her lids with the RCMA No Color Powder. Y'all know how I do. I like to set the lids before starting. And now I'm going to be going in with the Zulu palette from Juvia's Place. And I'm using that brown shade to start to deepen out the crease. This is really important to be working the shade back and forth. And I'm using 2 brushes. One is from MAC and the other is from Morphe. And you really want to work the product in back and forth motions to really deepen out the crease, because we are going to cut it. Now I'm going in with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Norvina Volume 1 palette. Love this palette. It has such great shades in there. And I'll be sure to put all the shades that I use in the description bar below. But now I am just deepening out that crease. This is kind of a reddish, dark, like a deep red shade that I'm using to kind of blend the brown from the Zulu palette together. And now I'm going to be going in with the Anastasia Beverly Hills primer. This is my jam now these days to cut the crease. And so I'm just taking my time and cutting the crease. Be sure that you're trying to be as precise as possible. And once you do get the shape that you desire, then make sure you are patting the product down. I know, I just feel like I'm moving so quickly because some areas did not focus. So now I'm going in with the Crayon case. This is their Anglowla highlight pigment, and even though it is a highlight, I love using it on the lids because look at that, shining, so bomb. So now I'm going to go ahead and create a small liner. I'm not creating a wing line, nothing like that. I'm using the Sephora liquid liner in the shade Black. And then now I'm going to go ahead and deepen out the outer V area of her eyes. I'm using that same shade that I used to deepen out the crease from the Norvina Volume 1. And then once I kind of get that exactly as deep as I like it, I'm going to also go in with a black that is from the Norvina palette as well, just to give it a little bit more depth and blend in well with the liner. I am taking my time blending. Be sure you are taking your time. So now I'm going in with some lashes. These are from AliExpress per usual. Alright, so now we're getting ready to do that skin, honey. I'm going in with the Danessa Myricks Vision Cover Cream. I'm using the shades number 4 and number 7 mixed. As you can tell, I'm putting down a lighter shade, and then I'm kind of putting down this kind of warm brown shade that you kind of see there on her forehead, and they blend together perfectly. It gave me the perfect shade for her. I'm also using a face brush from Real Techniques. And so now I'm going to go ahead and be highlighting under her eye. I don't know why I just said be highlighting. I'm highlighting under her eye now. This is my cream contour. I'm using a shade that is close to hers from Makeup Revolution. It's the color C11, I believe it is. And then I'm going in with Fenty Beauty's Matchstix in the shade Espresso to contour. Then I'm going to be going in with a lighter concealer on top. I'm using the Makeup Revolution C7. It's a little bit lighter. And I don't know what happened. Obviously, it got the best of me. But I just started to take it from the applicator. And this is what I get from like being a chatty catty, because I always use my pan. But it is what it is. A little behind the scenes. So I'm taking that same brush from Real Techniques that I use for foundation, and I'm going to go ahead and blend out her contour. You guys know how I feel about doing this. I just feel like when you blend it in with the contour and the foundation, it just gives a better seamless blend. And now I'm going in with the Real Techniques setting brush, and I'm going to work that concealer that we use to cream contour. I'm going to pat it down into the skin and make sure that I get each and every area blended out perfectly. You really got to take your time and really work the product in and pat it down. Once I get that done and I'm happy with how it looks, I'm going to go ahead and do her nose. Once we get the nose situated, I'm going to go ahead and set her face with the RCMA No Color Powder, chiseling out her cheeks and making sure that I'm really working the powder in. I like to work in light layers. If you remember from my last video, when it comes to setting the high points of the face, I work in light layers of powder. I do not want her to have flashback or anything like that. Then I'm going in with the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette. I'm using the shade Sombre. And I'm just using a little bit of contour. You guys know I'm more of a blush person. So now I'm going in with the Morphe Brushes 8W palette. And I'm using their shade MUA. Moving on to lips, I'm going to be going in with the NYX Suede Lip Pencil in the shade Dark Brown. I'm a sucker for brown lip liner. I just feel like it works well with everyone. And then I'm going to go ahead and fill in her lips with the NYX Cosmetics Lip Lingerie in Teddy and Cheekies. I mixed those two together. For highlight, I did use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Glow Kit using the shade Sundipped, and then I set her face with the OFRA Cosmetics Makeup Fixer. But yeah, guys, that's it. I know this seemed like it went by really fast, but it really did, just because I had to cut and snip a lot of places that I was all in the camera or that it just did not work well. But I did the best that I could, and I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you do, give it a thumbs up, and I will catch you guys in the next one.